All right, Mom. Where are you? Where are you? Recents. Oops. There we go.
Hello,
Hello.
it's Miracle Mom and Michael.
And you're coming through loud and clear. I love it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm working on this tech side. I don't know if you've noticed the quality of the footage sometimes isn't that great. It's a little bit grainy.
Well, I haven't really had a problem with it.
Okay, good. I guess it's me. I'm just it's like I don't like the way it looks. One of the
Well, you want your work to be perfect because that's the business you're in, right?
Yeah, you always want it to be. It can always be better. Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
Perfect.
sure.
Perfect is well. Here's one of the things about art in general, not just post production or production, but art in general. It's like, when is it finished? It's this kind of this question. It's like, when is a piece of art finished? And what we as editors, when I was doing that, the answer to the question is, it's finished when they take it away from you.
Meaning, oh,
Right?
when
You
they dispose of it.
No. When it has to go to air,
Oh, okay.
when it has to go on TV, or when it has to be
Yeah,
broadcast, right? As an editor, you're the last person to touch this thing. You're the
right.
you're really the telling the you're the telling the final story, the final version of the story.
Yeah.
And the one show I worked on was a daily show where we had to there were uh, affiliate TV affiliates all around the country that needed a feed from a satellite. Basically, if it's a daily show and you cut it on the day that it airs, which is
Okay.
like news, it's a quick turnaround. You
Yeah.
got to come in the morning and you got to get your thing done, because that satellite feed starts every
Oh,
day at the exact same time, like noon or 1 or 2. Here on the West Coast, I think our feed was like at 1 or 1:30. You have to have not just your piece that you've been given, but all the other
yeah.
editors have to have that piece locked and the notes done. Like the producers and the executive
Oh,
producers
wow.
have to watch your piece, give notes. You would finish those notes and get it to them, and then they all watch it while it's feeding.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so all the big producers, after you've done your notes, will watch it while it's feeding and it's going up to the bird. So you can always make it better. You can always put more sound effects, more sound design, more tweaks, a little color correction here. There's all kinds of minutia and tricks that you can do to make something look better and more appealing.
Yeah.
So art, when is it done? When they take it away from you.
I read somewhere that there are 22,000 satellites flying around the planet.
Yeah, there's
What is going on?
well,
Jeez.
not just the satellites, but the old ones, like the debris that's out
Yeah.
there. If you like, we look up in the sky and we see darkness and little twinkles of light, at night, but there's this blanket of crap that we've
Wow.
sent up there. And I'm not anti-technology. I think satellite technology is a good thing. Like, I mean, it's instrumental. I shouldn't say it's good,
Yeah.
intrinsically good, because spy satellites from enemy nations, that's not a good thing, right?
Right.
But there's some illusion about the pristine nature of creation, or like, people get so focused on smokestacks cranking out black or dark colored gas,
Right.
right? And you get focused on that, or a place where there's just thick gunk in the water and dead animals or whatever. People focus on
Yeah.
those, but that's like the vast, tiny bit of this planet. Like,
Yeah.
that stuff that pumps into the air diffuses, and not all of it's bad. It just because it's
Yeah,
dark, just because
right.
it's dark colored doesn't mean it's inherently evil. You know,
Right.
volcanoes. Gosh, I'm gonna have people getting on my case about this, but volcanoes are constantly emitting those same kinds of noxious
Of
gases,
course.
constantly, every day, and every now and then one of them blows up. And when one of them blows up, it cranks out more of that kind of quote unquote pollutant
Yeah.
than humankind has cranked out in its entire
Right.
existence. So anyway,
Right.
so satellites in space, yeah, there's a lot of junk up there. I bet somebody at some point is going to invent something to clean up the crap out in the in orbit. I mean, everything. I don't know if you even need to clean it up because eventually everything falls to Earth or burns up in
Yeah.
reentry. So,
Right.
you know, the gravitational pull, that stuff's flying around the Earth at thousands, tens of thousands of miles an hour,
Yeah.
but its orbit is always diminishing. Every piece of object that's orbiting the Earth is getting closer to the Earth gradually,
Yeah.
and most of those tiny things just will burn up in reentry. So
Right.
things aren't as clean and pristine, but nature is just that way. All right,
Well,
I got on
that's
my
a whole other
soapbox.
topic.
Yeah. Well, we've covered two topics. We've covered TV production back behind the scenes. We've covered, you know, satellites in space, and uh,
In 5 minutes.
well, you know what? On that note, maybe we should just make this a nice short 5 minute segment.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
wrap this up here. Come up with some kind of name for it. Interesting graphic and words that I'll put with the clip, and people will click on it, and some people will watch it. Let's sign off right here, Mom. Say bye.
Okay. Goodbye.